Hello and welcome to KJ's Kitchen. I am KJ. I'm 14 years a master fitness trainer, a fitness nutrition specialist, and most important to me, I'm a happy mom serving up healthy meals from my kitchen to yours every Wednesday here on Facebook. I am airing this on the Get KJ Fit fan page. You can also check me out on Instagram at Get KJ Fit. So, I have been doing a detox series all of January, bringing you a new detox recipe every Wednesday. And I started off with an awesome smoothie, something you could do in the morning. Then I went to a delicious and savory lunch or dinner option, a nice soup, detox soup. And last week we did a very fresh detox salad. And this week I'm bringing you another beverage, but it's something you could enjoy in the morning if that's where you would prefer, or you could even have it as like a midday treat, because I promise you, it is such a treat. It's delicious and it's banging in the nutrients and aiding the body in healing and restoration. So that's what it's all about, guys. The more you avoid toxin, the better you are for detoxing your body naturally, correct? All the recipes I've brought you in January are just types of foods that help process the toxins out of your body. Well, today we are going to make a delicious little beverage. Being that it's noon over here in Asheville, I'll be enjoying mine as a midday treat. So we're gonna crank the heat. What I've done is I got my smallest size pan. I would prefer a smaller even, because I think the smaller it is, the higher the water gets. 3/4 cup, that's 6 ounces of filtered purified water. And I'm cranking the heat to super high, because this is a tea, more like a latte, tea latte. Oh no, we'll see what you want to call it. So hopefully my ear pods are working. I'm trying out a new form for volume wise. Can you all hear me? I hope. Give me a thumbs up. Shoot me something in the comments if you can hear me with these little ear pods on. But we're getting hot this 6 ounces of purified water. And this is easy peasy, guys. It's gonna be like the fastest KJ kitchen ever. Cinnamon stick, pop her in the pot. Ginger. Now cinnamon helps in speeding the circulation up. It's really fantastic. Cinnamon is amazing for metabolism and it's delicious. It's like a nature's sweetener. I'm doing a quarter sized, about a quarter inch, it's a little lopsided, 1/4 inch or so thick piece of fresh ginger. Pop her in there. Now let's talk about fennel seed. Not sure if you have ever explored fennel seeds. They're always in my cupboard. We're gonna do about 10 fennel seeds. Fennel actually has so many healing properties when you're talking even about bone health. So a lot of magnesium and manganese in here. Super, like you need some of that stuff for your bone health. Sometimes magnesium we're so deficient in, you need that even more than calcium to have strong bones. And you know what it does? It will leach from the bones. When your body is deficient in magnesium, it pulls from the bones. So if you ever test your blood to see if you have any magnesium deficiencies, it's always gonna show that you're okay with magnesium, because it's actually yanking it from your bones. That's why it's super huge and important to make sure you have enough magnesium in your diet, because the blood's not gonna show it. They're gonna have to do some bone study on you to see if you're deficient in magnesium. That's a little piece of info for you. Get that magnesium in your body. One way is fennel seeds. So I'm gonna count about 3. I'm gonna do around 10. Let's see, that looks like 4 more. Nothing specific. Maybe that's 10, maybe that's 11. Put the rest back in the bottle. And those are the 3 spices so far. Cinnamon stick, cube of ginger, 10 or 12 fennel seeds, and then an 1/8 a teaspoon. I call it a double pinch. I'll actually use my little measurement now so I can have everything precise for you guys. It's half of a quarter, because I have a 1/4 teaspoon here, so 1/8 of a teaspoon of cardamom. If you don't know about cardamom, it is so aromatic. It is delicious in smell and taste, everything. And it's really known in a lot of Indian dishes. This one's very, very much like a chai tea I'm creating, a little different than a standard chai. I can see it's starting to get really hot, and that's a good thing. I want it to heat up and start to pull. I'm gonna wait for it to get to a boil, And as soon as it hits a boil, I'm just gonna bring it down to a simmer. She's almost there, I can tell. You can see the steam popping off this thing. Now let's talk about, while we get this guy boiling, what we are going to add. I use a little silicone whisk because this is a non-stick pan. I don't love them, but I'm also like an environmentalist. Do you guys ever have that? You're like, I know non-stick pans are unhealthy because if they scratch, you get toxin in your body. But I'm also an environmentalist. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this pan? Throw it in a landfill? So luckily I've been using plastic and silicone in it. There are no scratches, but like, seriously, do you read me? Are you with me on this? Or do you just like get rid of all your non-stick Teflon pans and you got all the copper and the cast iron and the ceramic? Like, I don't know. It's starting to boil. Now that she's boiling, I'm gonna say, Alexa, set timer 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
Anyone else got Alexa at home? She's fantastic as a timer in your kitchen. So starting to boil, I'm gonna kind of let it boil for a good 30 seconds before I drop it to a simmer. Let's talk about what we're adding in as our tea. If you don't wanna do it the KJ way, you might just actually get black tea. You could do it in loose leaf and just, I don't know, a very rounded tablespoon or so. And you could steep it in some of those mesh, like metal strainer meshy things. You could even do tea bags. You might want to do 2 tea bags, make it nice and strong. I'm actually recommending and using matcha green tea. Now, matcha is very different than steeping green tea. So many more health benefits in this. It's a super, super, super antioxidant. And the fat burning element of green tea, this has like 3 times that. It is phenomenal and it's very potent in flavor. Now I'm dropping this low down to a simmer. I can see the water already started turning color from, I don't know if you can see that, it's too dark. Too dark for you. From the cinnamon, it smells amazing already. From the cinnamon and ginger, it's already starting to make the color of the water a little brown. We're doing 1 teaspoon of matcha. Now matcha acts differently. You're not gonna steep it. It's actually a powder. It's the entire leaf of the tea leaf ground up. So it's going to dissolve. It's more like a powder you stir and dissolve. So we're gonna go with 1 teaspoon, this nice little low simmer over here. And we're gonna just check the timer. I like to have the timer going, and I can see there's about 1 minute and 20 seconds left to my tea. Perfect timing. About 1 minute left. You bring it to a boil, set the timer for 3 minutes. When you have about 1 minute left, we're gonna add in the tea, about a teaspoon. It is very strong, so if you get a little too much in there, it might be a little bitter. And I'm just gonna whisk it so that there's no clumps going on, right? And here's also when I'm bringing in the latte version of this. If you are not one for latte tea, you might just go with double the water. You'll do 12 ounces of water. Well, I'm doing 6 ounces of milkadamia milk. It's a nut milk from macadamia, right? Only ingredient, macadamia milk, which is filtered macadamias. Calcium, pea protein, sunflower lecithin, locust bean gum, sea salt, gelum gum, and a bunch of vitamins, D2s, B12s, and A's. So this is, for what I'm doing, 3/4 cup, I don't know, 27 calories, 30 calories. So we're going 6 ounces. I added in towards the end for the sake of it. Some nut milks behave differently, and even regular milk sometimes can behave differently. So the last minute, I bring in the milk. Give Alexa, stop. I love her. If you don't have Alexa, I mean, she's amazing. You can ask her the weather. You can ask her to do some measurements for you. Like I needed to know what 3/4 of 50 was, you know, and she tells me. I love it. You don't have to look things up all the time. What a way to free up your arms so you're not on your phone too much, because that can be distracting, right? Here we go. I'm just getting the milk hot. The tea's already been in. Getting the milk hot. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's hot drinkable. I'm gonna make it a little bit hotter. It is robust. Now here's the deal. You don't have to filter it. There are some seeds in there from the fennel seeds, But as I'm pouring it in, I'm just gonna use my little cup here. As I'm pouring it in, the cinnamon stick's not gonna fall. And by the time the liquid pours off, I actually, with my hand, with my little finger, hold the stick. The ginger's behind it. I'm gonna add my sweetener. Now, matcha is very distinct, it's bitter. There's a little bitter sweetness going on. If you are someone who likes bitter tea and you don't sweeten your tea, you're gonna skip this step. Here's organic raw honey. This one came from Walmart. If you do like a sweet tea, I'm suggesting start with like 2 teaspoons, okay? Instead of a tablespoon. And we're gonna rock out 2 teaspoons. Let me get my green off there. 1, whoop. Dropped right down, and 2. And I did not bring my little stir stick. So I'm just gonna try to stir it with this measurement stick. How about that? Because I'm silly and left my stir stick over on the other counter. So I wanna get all the way down the bottom where that honey fell, and voila. Super antioxidant. It's very delicious. Look how green that is. That is not the way a green tea looks. And so good. All that spice. Now with the ginger and the cinnamon stick being, and the fennel seeds being like hard and firm, we boiled out the flavor. If you feel this is too bitter for your liking, you might do a 1-to-2 ratio. You might do like a half cup of water and then a full cup of the nut milk. Your choice. I do half and half just because it cuts the calories. This entire cup, which is rather large, 12 ounces of tea here, is around 80 calories, 81 calories. Super antioxidant. The thing about matcha green tea that is very unlike coffee, so if you're trying to get off coffee, but you're like, tea doesn't do it for me, this has much more caffeine than green tea, and it's adaptogenic. So that's another health benefit behind matcha. It brings a calming energy. So even though it's gonna elevate your energy with the caffeine, the adaptogens go to work at helping your body cope with stress. So you're gonna feel this ease to energy. It's one of the best things ever. I use adaptogens every single day. It's called Ionic Supreme from the company I represent and partner with. If you're ever interested in adaptogens and how that can help with the stress physically in your body, I'd love to help you out with that. But for now, I hope this was an awesome recipe for you because I enjoy it. Have it morning if you want to skip your coffee. And you know, it only takes 4 minutes. I guess with prep, 5 minutes. You got yourself a cup of delicious matcha latte. Maybe I call it matcha chai latte because it's kind of got those chai seasons in it. All right, that's that. If you are not subscribed to the KJ Kitchen email, get on it. I'll be posting the link below. I'll be posting it on my page. You can always go to my Instagram at GetKJFit. It's the live link in my profile, and get on the latest recipe. If you want all of January's recipes, just respond to the next email and say, hey, I missed a few. I'll make sure they get out to you too. If this served you or you know someone it will serve, share it to your wall. Tag a friend in the comments below. You can tell them in my workout gear, I'm going live in my private support group. It's a secret group. I would love to invite you in there if you like. We do recipes, we do challenges with giveaways, and I'm going live once a week in there with a home workout, all levels, no equipment necessary. So if you have any interest in being in an amazing support community, holler in the comments below and we'll connect. All right, you take care, everyone. Have a beautiful Wellness Wednesday, and thanks for joining me in KJ's Kitchen. Take care.